Hello. Figured I'd do a beer review for good old B&E. Toppling Goliath Morning Latte. That's something we can get around here pretty much all the time. It's pretty good beer. I like it a lot. I think it comes in at like 9%, so it's not the best, but here's one Toppling Goliath glasses. I run up there about 2-3 times a year. Big head on it, but good coffee. Morning Latte is a Imperial coffee milk stout brewed with lactose and a careful blend of cocoa nibs and aromatic coffee to ultimate in ice mocha latte. The delicious beer makes you, let's see, what the hell is this? Slow down, pour a glass, and enjoy the moment. And it's definitely good for that. This is for the work from home stuff. A lot of these, when we first started that crap, I would have these right after coffee in the morning, so it made the day nice. So, but it's, yeah, you can't see anything. I'm doing this my wood stove. I figured I'd do a review in here by the wood stove. Good day for that. It's really not too bad outside, but the wind's blowing a bit. This is just this is the door for the wood stove, but you can put this little screen thing on it, so that way if you want to, like here, it supposedly keeps down from getting ashes flying out. I always put some water up there just to get the humidity, and then I've got my wood. I go split it and bring it in, and that's enough there. Wood, that's probably lasts me a week and a half there, 10 days. But no, this is a very good beer. Last time I was up in Toppling Goliath, they had this, but then they did a special batch of it, and they brewed it with a local, there in Decorah, coffee roaster, and I picked up. It was a little bit fresher on the coffee, but overall it was very similar, and it was basically the same price. So picked up a couple 4-packs of that. Now here's in the background there, we got my 6.5 Creedmoor. Those are one of my builds there, and then over here is my 308. So that's kind of a basic carry-around gun there. And here's what I wanted to talk about. This is called the Colt Peacekeeper. This is when Colt was on strike. They made these. It was a Trooper Mark V. But apparently that was why they came up with this matte finish, was because they didn't have enough people to give the good gloss finish on them. So it was from 85 to 87 is what I hear were the manufactured. Actually got an empty gun, but it comes with the pack bar grips and the Colt medallion. That was standard. This is one that I really didn't change anything. She's got a nice double action, real easy, and just a beautiful. I'm guessing that's 2 pounds or less, but 6-inch barrel. This was my first pistol I ever bought. Bought it out in California when I was in the military out there. Must have been in '85, right when I turned 21. Down on base, I do remember we had to actually have one of the California 15-day waiting periods. So I bought it, filled everything out, waited, went back down there a couple weeks later and picked it up. Took it out, shot it a few times, and it locked up the cylinder. It just was tighter than a drum. So took it back, they sent it back to Colt, finished it up again. I got it back about another couple months later, and then she worked sweet from then on. There was no problem at all. But just a beautiful gun. Like I said, it was only made from 85 to 87. They said it was the strike years. I wanted a Colt Trooper is what I always wanted. Growing up, all the gun magazines and stuff, everybody was wheel guns. So that was kind of the thing. I wanted a Python, but never thought I'd be able to afford one of them. The Trooper was kind of the next level down, and then they had the Gloss Troopers and the various things. But just a sweet shooting pistol there. 158 grains. Just with that 6-inch barrel, she's just nice. But no, that's a unique. I should have looked how many they actually made. I know it was just the 2 years, and but it's kind of a flat. It looks like a phosphate finish, but they call it flat black, and it's kind of got a little texture to it. So, but that was the story with that. So that was my first pistol I ever bought. And then here's a single 6, Ruger single 6 22. This is one that I've always wanted to get as well. It's got the 6.5-inch barrel, which I never really liked. I always liked the 5-inch. I've got a few 5-inches that I might do some reviews on that too. But they're real nice shooting. It's just got a beautiful sight, and then this is made to be the actual weight, so you can go plinking with your 22, and basically just like with the big boys, without blowing the ammo. But it's got the loading gate, and then you can run it out here for unloading, and that's how she works. I've got like 6-8 of the cylinders here. This has got the loading dump, so that way it dumps all 6 at the same time. But I carried that for quite a while. It was a fine winter carry, because back in the mid 80s to late 80s, everybody had vests that they would wear, those insulated little plastic vests. Well, this thing went perfect underneath that, so that was no big deal. And then I had 6 different speed loaders for that. Now this beer is just a beautiful beer. So like I said, apparently that Toppling Goliath is going to open up a tap room in Des Moines. So once they do that, then and I'll probably become a Mug Club member down there when they do that. Then we'll have all the releases. I really love the turmoils from them. They are just an incredible beer. And that's usually when I run up to Decora's, when they either have like the Assassins for release, or they'll have them on tap. And then it's $15 for a 4-ounce pour. Otherwise, the beer releases are normally like $100 for a bottle. Sometimes it's 2 bottles for the $100, and then the aftermarket prices will be between $150 to, I know some of those were $1,000. Some of those Assassins. I did pick up. I say that was the first time they had that I ever had Assassin. They had it on tap, and it was. They had 2 different Assassins on there. It was, I believe, the 2020 Assassin, and that was a beautiful beer. But those turmoils, that Fluffernutter turmoil, what's some of the others? They've got several of those. Those, I just love those. That's just an incredible beer. But basically, just wanted to do a quick inside with the wood burning stove. Quick day for that. Do a quick beer review. I almost always have a few of these on reserve. So like I say, my friend, we'll get see if I can track down some of the better stuff, the Morning Delight, the Turmoils, some of that. Send you some of that up there. I would really like to get some of that Warrior barrel aged stuff, Stout. And we'll cross that bridge, my friend. Like I said, I figured you'd probably appreciate these wheel guns. Like I said, this Colt Peacekeeper, almost every time you ever tell somebody about it, they have no idea what you're talking about, and they say, no, you mean a peacemaker. No, this is a peacekeeper. And it was a trooper from 85 to 87. Have a great day.